Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad you're here on this Wednesday morning. Got a great show lined up, but first, as always, our outdoor weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center. It's going to be hot again today. We're talking about 87 degrees, a low of 72. Water temperature is hanging in there again at 84 degrees, looking good there. We're talking about, I didn't get the river readings this morning. I apologize for that. I promise you I'll have the river readings tomorrow. I got a big week. What's fascinating to me, I just keep looking at the calendar. I can't get over July 4th, folks. It's right around the corner. We're talking about, less than a week now. And July 4th is summer's halfway over, and I blinked twice, and this summer's over. And I know you feel the same way, so whatever plans you have for the summer, you better go and start planning to get them done, because it's going to be gone. Look at our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn Funeral Home and Cemetery. We're looking at a really good tide today, high tide at 11:57, right in the middle of the day, and low tide tonight at 10:41. Good, strong incoming tide and a good, strong outgoing tide. Looking really good this week. Marine forecast will be coming out east, southeast from 5 to 10, so not too bad right there. Let's take our break and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I've just changed my schedule. I was going to do pictures first. I'm going to do this story first, and we'll do the pictures at the end of the show. I just decided during the break, I want to make sure I cover this story here. It's a fascinating story. It's a textbook on how to handle a snake bite. This is here local in the Florida Panhandle, and the culprit, and you see right here, the copperhead. And the copperhead there are different colorations in whatever location of the country they're in, but their copperhead is not a good snake. You can see, and I know y'all have seen them a lot. And this story comes out of Calhoun Liberty Journal, and I get weekly. And Teresa Eubanks, the editor, wrote this story. I want to commend her. I love journalism, and when people write, she did a whole detail. I normally don't do this. I'm just about going to read you the whole article, because seriously, this is how you handle a snake bite, and this is how Mom handled it and Dad. And it's really fascinating. So I'm going to just read it. Just sit back with a cup of coffee and listen to this, because this is a dangerous snake here. Okay. It says, younger hospitalized after copperhead bites him, right there. Okay, there's the picture. All right, here we go. All right, it says, okay, his name, okay. He thought he'd been stung by a hornet. Okay, Kent Hosford, 11, and his sister, Mary Emma, 13, were at the cove at Lake Mystic. That's outside of Bristol. That's where I learned the water ski, on Lake Mystic. I got to quit giving side notes. I will never finish the article, okay? Couple of friends, they decided to get out of the lake and get on the paddleboard. All right, so they run over there to the paddleboard, and it's leaning up, so they start moving it. And okay, so he said, here's what happened. He said he was barefoot. Okay, Kent was barefoot, and it just come out of the water, and they helped tip it over. And so he's walking along on the edge of the water, and he lifted. He felt something. He felt something. He stepped on something, and it hurt. So he started running. So he thought a wasp was after him, so he started running. He was yelling in pain. He ran back in the water to get away. His mother grabbed a can of hornet spray and came to check on him. Okay? When she examined his foot, she saw 2 marks and knew it was a snake bite. Realizing it was important for doctors to know what kind of snake had bitten him, she and Mary Emma, the sister, searched around the boat and found a 15-inch snake nearby. Okay, she quoted, "I immediately recognized the snake as a copperhead," Mom said. She grabbed her son and his friend and started driving toward the emergency room at Calhoun Liberty Hospital, calling to alert them she was on the way with a snake bite victim. Okay, so she's doing things textbook right now. She found the snake, recognized it, put the kid in the car, and here's what the kid did. Kent propped his feet up on the dashboard. That's important. He elevated his foot. Okay, on the dash right there. So anyway, it goes on. They headed across the bridge. He was in a lot of pain. I just kept telling him to be calm and breathe, Mom said. Kent's grandfather, George Sanders, and Liberty County Sheriff Eddie Joe White went to the lake to look for the snake. They found it under a rope tied up to the boat and killed it. Now that's important. Usually those snakes don't go too far away. It wasn't on a boat, but it was right there in the rope, and they found the snake. All right, now, the sheriff then brought it to the emergency room in Bluntstown. At the emergency room, they discovered that Kent had a second bite, a single fang mark at the arch of his foot. After quickly identifying the snake, they took a closer look and noticed it had a broken fang. So the snake broke one of the fangs off when he bit him the second time. He was given his first round of antivenom in the emergency room amazingly quick, according to his mother. It goes on to say then they start taking him from Bluntstown. They're going to take him to a hospital in Tallahassee. Okay. His dad rode with him. He said they sent him. Okay, then from the hospital they sent him. They'd taken a photo of at the snake. Okay, they had a snake at the hospital. Took a photo, sent it to Tallahassee emergency room. So when they got there, they were ready and waiting and knew exactly what to do. So the article goes on. I won't read you all of it, but he was admitted to the pediatric intensive care unit Friday afternoon. He remained there until 11 p.m. Sunday, when some good results from the blood test came out. Okay, but between Friday afternoon and Sunday night, it was a rough going for the injured boy. His foot swelled to twice its size, and he had to go through 3 more rounds of antivenoms. At one point, his leg turned blue all the way up to his knees, his father said. By Saturday night, his swollen foot just started tightening. On Sunday morning, they had another scare when he lost feeling in his foot. So it's an ordeal going through the snake bite. Okay, so it went on down, and by noon Sunday, the swelling had gone down. His father credits the turnaround to the many prayers being said for him during church that morning, noting that about the time church got out, Kent's leg started feeling better. It goes on to say, let me read the last paragraph. His mother added that his son's doctor at Tallahassee Memorial credited Kent's recovery to the quick response he received from the emergency room staff in Bluntstown. He's expected to recuperate without any serious side effects. After this experience of the past few days, it's likely he'll remember these words. But here's the last words the doctor told him when he left Tallahassee. He said, "Buddy, you have to assume that anything you turn over has a venomous snake underneath it." And that is so true. You always have to be prepared for that. But what I wanted to tell you, why I wanted to share this with you, this is, again, I use the term, a textbook case on how to handle it. Mom didn't panic, okay? She recognized right away the snake bite. She saw what snake it was. She put him in the hospital. She put him in the car to the hospital, called ahead of time. They're ready right there in Bluntstown. They also had ready to take him to Tallahassee, so everything worked out good. Time is critical, so remember that. And those copperhead snakes, there are a lot of them around the Florida Panhandle, and they're nasty. They can really hurt you. So be aware of that. Okay? Good story there from Calhoun Liberty Journal. Let's take a break, and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Let's go down to a more entertaining and pleasant subject. We'll go from snake bites and snakes to, let's go to scalloping now. But I do want to say one more thing about those snake bites. Be aware that quick action is so important. And you know, get the victim to the emergency room as fast as you can, and call and take a picture. If nothing else, take a picture of that snake. So I was just tickled to read. Everything turned out well, and I was just, it was a good story. Now, scalloping. Bill and I talked about this yesterday. Steinhatchee, that already got it open over there in certain areas. And they're getting a lot. You're gonna see some pictures. I'm gonna show a little bit in the next segment. But I started thinking I would pull out a video last night of one of the videos. We scallop every summer, and this would be our, I want to say, 45th consecutive summer. Anyway, we've been here a long time. So. And it's changed a lot, you can imagine. And what's going on now in St. Joe Bay, we're trying to recuperate and trying to rebuild the scallop population. And what's going on is they're opening the season later. So this, I was trying to show, I got this video here. It's like 3 little short clips of scalloping at different times of the year, from early July until the sort of end of the season. And I want you to notice on those 3 different trips, the size, how the size gets bigger, and that's what we told the biologists when they came up here for the workshop and all. if anything else, open the season a little bit later and let them grow until our population is healthy, and hopefully they'll get some spawning. So we're going to just sit back, and what fascinates me when I pull out these old videos are the size of my grandchildren, how they've grown in a year or two time. So it's fascinating to see that. So let's go ahead and Jeff roll this video of our scalloping trip. All right, folks, getting ready for our first scalloping trip of the year. We've been at the dock for a couple of days because the weather's been bad, but we're going to venture out today. It's coming out of the east, and here with my granddaughter Maddie and Mackenzie. You girls ready?
Yes.
Y'all ready to go scalloping?
Yeah.
Where'd you get that hat from?
You.
Okay. And also Jill, my daughter-in-law, my son Chip. We're going to make it a family affair this morning, and we're going to go take a look at them. Okay, it's been a bumpy ride. You can see how bad the wind is blowing. It's really choppy out here. Tip number one, when you get ready to go, clean out your mask, and the first thing you want to do is always spit in it, okay? I do it off camera. Spit in it, rub the spit around, okay, and then wash it off. That gives you a little film, a protective film. It won't fog up on you. All right? About ready to find the first scallop.
Starfish. She said.
Mama,
She said, "Daddy, there's a starfish."
I found a starfish.
All right, we're getting started on our scalloping trip. We got a diving flag up. Got all the helpers in the water, all the little monkeys in the water. Got our bags, and we're getting ready to get started. Y'all ready?
Yep. Excited.
Everybody ready?
I'm excited. Go.
You ready?
Yes.
All right, go, Mason, go. Go. All right, we found a scallop yet. Y'all see why I don't get a lot of scallops? Okay, listen, we just brought our first ones in, and you can see they're all different sizes. But what I want to show you, this is almost like a scientific experiment. I want you to see. Can you see this right here, folks? This is a little baby scallop right there. And he was clinging to a grass blade, just like that. And that's exactly what they do. I just brought them up to show y'all. They come in different sizes at different times of year. This obviously had just been. This is into July now. He probably didn't get started now until probably March or April. Now you see the different sizes. Now that one really won't mature until about Christmas time. So that just shows you different sizes. We're gonna let him go. Whitney, let's let him go. You got what you got? A little starfish?
Yeah, baby starfish.
All right. All right.
I like my
We're gonna let that one.
starfish
We're gonna throw him back in the grass. So throw him over there in the grass. All right. That shows you different sizes right there. That's amazing. That's a scientific study.
He's gonna snap his starfish. Stop. Wait.
Where did it go? Where did it go? Did it go under?
I don't see it. Oh, it's right over there. I see it. Over there, right on the edge. Are you sure you have it? No, you
Mama,
have it.
I can't breathe.
Is this one yours?
I can see it from everywhere.
No, that's somebody else's.
Oh,
That's not bad, is it? For one spot. Good start. Good start. A nice size too. Now you see we're cleaning the scallops here. We've already attracted a little visitor. Look at that little baby shark. Throw one out. All right, watch him. What are we doing? Look at there. He let go of it. All right, he's coming back. Watch it. You got another one? Now I wonder where the mama is. Folks, it's so much not easier to clean them on the boat. Take them back to the house. Recycling all these little fish. These little fish are having a buffet out there. All those chopas, shark, stingray. All right, folks, we're gonna wrap it up. It has been absolutely gorgeous, beautiful out here. I told my wife this is one of the most fun things I do in the outdoors. I absolutely love scalloping. The water's clear. A lot of scallops out here. We got our limit in one stop here, and we're gonna go home. We already cleaned them on the boat. We'll go home. We're gonna eat them tonight for supper. And I hope you get a chance to get here, enjoy the St. Joe Bay and all the scalloping. It's just absolutely gorgeous down here. Winston Chester with Panhandle Outdoors. All right, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that video, and I know some of y'all are getting ready to go now, and I want to mention blue water outriggers because I'm gonna give it fishing game times. They bring that to us, but they'll have all your scalloping, your mast fins, snorkels, or whatever you need, those bags and everything. So all you need to pick up will be right there, blue water outriggers. That's where I get all my stuff. I'm gonna be there in a couple of days. So let's go. Our times today are 4:46 to 6:46 and 5:11 to 7:11, okay? And that's some good times. Let's get to these pictures. I may not get through all of them, but we'll get started. I wanted to, this is mainly from the weekend. Okay, here's Jonathan Simmons, my dad Jack Simmons from Bill Kramer Chevrolet. Jonathan, both, they work down there. Those guys love to fish. The father and son fishing trip right there. Good job there, the Simmons family. Here's, okay, Stephanie Marshall Hobbs sent, this is Weststone, Westwood my class a couple of years ago. Friendly, nice young man that just loves to fish, and he's got him a marlin. Check this out. They caught and released this baby here, but he's happy right there on a Gotta Believe. Good job, okay? When you want to go fishing but you're broke, that looks like some of my friends. Brad Turnell, that's Stenhatchee. You see the heading right there. Those scallops are, look at the boats. That does look like St. Joe Bay, doesn't it? Good job, Brad. Brad likes the outdoors. I wish Noah had swatted those two mosquitoes. I'm telling you now, I don't know about you, but these mosquitoes, seriously, all that rain we had last week and all, there are mosquitoes out thick all over the place. You hear it all the time from these experts. Go dump out those standing waters, and you'd be surprised where that water's standing. I did that myself the day before yesterday because they were swarming all over the place. I started looking, I had a little shell or something, water's in it. So anyway, go around and dump all that water out from around the house. All right, let's move on now. Here we go. Stephen Bennett, a good day with my son at the honey hole. Another father-son going out there right there. This is one of my viewers, Jimmy Lumley. I just went to Mexico, and me in Mexico Beach, to pay a parking violation for the boat ramp. I forgot to put my $10 in the box. The fine was $15, but if I pay $50 for an out-of-area pass, they'll wipe out my fine. That sounds like extortion to me. And I replied, that is crazy and just downright wrong. Shame on those greedy politicians. And that's how I feel about it. You all know that. We've talked about it before. And you should not have to pay in Mexico Beach or Port St. Joe or Destin, those 3 places. You should not have to pay to go fishing and park your boat on that was built with public money, our tax money. Okay, at the pier, Vince Ray, a nice pompano, Vince. Right there at the pier, you see that bright jig that he uses. I'm gonna come back to this one later. I want to talk about that one. Chris Rushing, not a bad way to spend a Sunday. Some nice redfish. Sunday afternoon, there's some nice redfish that are being caught. Junior Talmadge, Junior went out. He's a good fisherman. He loves to fish off his kayak. He's all rigged out there, and that's a good catch right there, Junior. Okay, with the Panama City Police Department. That was Chris. I just showed that one. How about old Michael Cowart? Michael's a good fisherman. He was out Sunday afternoon and caught that redfish. So it was good fishing Sunday afternoon. Good job, Michael Cowart. And Matt Eshon, Matt's been on the show before, and he was fishing at the bridge Saturday night, and he's helping some other guys catching those bull reds under the bridge, and you can see they catch and release all those, but it's a lot of fun fishing out of a kayak in those places. Some of y'all want to go exercise. Bill Allen lost 31 pounds. Here's how he did it. Place block on the floor, walk around it twice, sit down and relax. You have just walked around the block twice. All right. And then the copperhead, I'm going to show that copperhead one more time. That's a bad snake right there. Be aware of that. We've run out of time. Thank y'all. That was an interesting show. I enjoyed bringing it to you this morning. Thank y'all for sharing this time with me, and I appreciate everything that you do in supporting our sponsors. So we're going to wrap it up. You make sure you do something good for your fellow man. You know, always have a good day, but good positive day, and enjoy the outdoors, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.